Hi, I'm Phil Anderson, and I'm running for United States Senate to represent Wisconsin. As many of you already know, the Wisconsin Government Accountability Board is no more. It's been succeeded by the Wisconsin Ethics Commission. And the way the new organization is constructed is that Democrats appoint 3 members of the commission, Republicans appoint three members of the commission as well. There's no room for anyone else to appoint people to the commission, which is a problem from the get-go as I see it, because there are more than 2 parties in Wisconsin, and certainly having Democrats and Republicans vote or put the members on the commission is a guarantee that there'll be some favoritism and some covering your you-know-what when it comes down to ethics violations, much as happens in our federal government, where Democrats and Republicans collude to basically curry favor with the very same donors who give to both political parties. But be that as it may, there is a chair of the Wisconsin Ethics Commission, and there was a drawing between Republicans and Democrats to see who got to name the chair of the new organization. Democrats won, and they chose Peg Lautenschlager. Now that name probably sounds familiar to many of you. She was the Attorney General of Wisconsin from 2001 to 2007, and she was also in a heap of trouble in 2004 when she was convicted of a DUI while driving a state-owned vehicle. Now, setting aside the construction of this particular commission, which is abhorrent to anyone who believes in free and open government, the idea that the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, when given the opportunity to name the chair of this commission, chose a disgraced former Attorney General who didn't get reelected, I'd have to think, I would have to guess, that I would have to assume that the Democratic Party of Wisconsin could find somebody with a better record, less tainted, more ethical than Peg Lautenschlager. Now, I don't know personally, but certainly when people commit mistakes, and I have, other people have, of course, sometimes even if you do them accidentally, it's just poor judgment, you still have to bear the consequences of that. And I would think, much like Hillary Clinton and her very poor choices, to put it generously, in terms of handling her email as Secretary of State, such mistakes should disqualify you from serving certain high-level public offices. In Hillary Clinton's case, she's not qualified to be the President of the United States because she doesn't know how to handle security issues, emails, etc. She's disqualified herself without any help from Republicans or the FBI. On the state level, Peg Lautenschlager is disqualified, not qualified, to be the chair of the Wisconsin Ethics Commission because she made a big mistake. And people should know better than that. And I'm sure that there are people that are better, could be better commissioners, better chairs of that commission than her. It seems to me that Democrat and Republican-led governments have become so brazen in the ways that they don't really care about what the public feels or believes or considers to be honest among their political practices and their governments. It's almost like, they're waving it in our faces to a certain extent. It's like government already coerces us and steals tax money from us. And that's one thing. If they take things, take our influence, take our authority, and do things with it that we're never aware of. But in this case, it's like they came into our house, stole our money, bought a car with it, and then cruise up and down the street right in front of our house. I mean, it's brazen. The things that Democrats and Republicans do with our money, with our trust, as our representatives, the brazenly dishonest, corrupt things that they do, and then seemingly don't care anymore about whether we find out about them or what we think about them. Basically, they become, to a lot of the public's eyes, the only 2 choices. Well, that's changed this year. If you're following Gary Johnson and Bill Weld at all, you'll see that their poll numbers are increasing. They're viable candidates. They are experienced governors. They're executives. They're libertarians, which means that they're going to look out for you and not for political parties, much as Democrats and Republicans almost always do. In our state, you've got a choice. You don't have to pick Russ Feingold or Ron Johnson, who are tied into their party's corrupt practices. You can choose me. I'm running for United States Senate. I'm experienced. I run a business. I own another business. And I will stick up for you. I will defend the things that we have in common, the things that we have, the goals that we have for ourselves and for our families. Peace, prosperity, and privacy. That's what I'll fight for in the United States Senate. I'll do my best to make sure that silly appointments, similar to the one that just happened in Wisconsin, don't go unnoticed or unchallenged. whether those are appointments as judges, as commissioners of federal agencies, whatever it might be. We will look hard at if people are qualified based on their behavior and experience and education, and not just let political appointments slide through as trade-offs for votes on legislation, which is how our Congress runs now, sadly. That's what I stand for: honesty and transparency and competence. Thanks, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.